Hey everyone, I have here the LEGO Speed Champions Lamborghini Lambo V12 Vision Gran Turismo. Wow, that's such a long name. It's an official Lamborghini licensed product as indicated by this 3D sticker, and this thing looks cool from all around. I'm excited to build this just based on the box. The only thing that scares me is the stickers, but let's get right into it. A lot of the box is quite empty. What we do get is 2 numbered bags, this sticker sheet that looks a bit intimidating, and this rather thick instruction manual that we will not be using, except maybe this front picture for reference. And here's a quick look at the part list if you're interested, although this information is also available on lego.com. And here are some other Speed Champions sets available around this time, actually one more set. So if you're interested in the Mercedes sets, mention that in the comments down below. But today we're going to be building this one. There is one exclusive minifigure included in this set, and she's really great to get. She looks so happy to be dressed up in her official Lamborghini gear in olive green and black trim. There's printing on the front obviously and on the legs, which is nice to see. There's also printing on the back as well as an alternative expression. And here's what she looks like with that more determined alternative expression. So really nice figure to get. Just before I attach this piece to the car, this is such a beautiful piece in transparent dark blue. Same thing with this here, reminds me of stuff that's in LEGO Minecraft. Very, very cool pieces to get. I'm so happy to get them in this set. Bag 1 builds the chassis, the bottom part of the car. Alright, we're done with the build, the main build at least. It's very, very low to the ground. But you might notice one thing missing. Oh yeah, the stickers. So for one, the stickers here are pretty offset. When I was thinking about this as I was building, they're pretty offset. I think my uncontroversial take is that most of these stickers can be left off and you won't even notice. My more controversial take is that all of these stickers can be left off and that the car looks fine or almost fine just as it is without the stickers. This is a controversial point, but I'm willing to defend it. So let's take a look at a comparison between the car and the box. So basically, I was going through the sticker sheet mentally as I was building it and trying to think, okay, if I had to only apply some stickers, like the bare minimum, what would it be? And at first I was thinking it would be these ones here to show the color, the blue neon color, and these ones to show the yellow accents. But as I was looking into the model, I found out that the designer, first of all for the blue, like we do see a bit of blue here. It gets the idea across, so we could add that blue strip here to add even more, and I just realized these are flipped. I'm gonna fix that right now. But basically, we could add more blue here in form of that sticker, but I don't think it's gonna add much. Here we have some stickers with gold and black. We have gold and black right here, gold and black on the wheels, so again in proximity. Here, gold and black, same thing. And here, there's supposed to be like a black sticker here and a red sticker for these. Like, these stickers are ridiculous, by the way. Even if you're gonna apply the stickers, don't ask me to apply a sticker to the side of a plate. That's just ridiculous, so please don't do that. So even though the set is 10 plus, I think even a 10-year-old child would have difficulty with the stickers. They're going to need your help as an adult, and then you'd need to use a brick separator, which is not included in the set, or some other item, maybe even tweezers, just to put on the stickers exactly right, because stickers are difficult even for people like myself who have been doing this for a while. So I'm just going to skip the stickers on this one. And even on the windshield that's printed, they're asking us to put some stickers here. I'm not really sure why. Those really don't make sense to me as to why they're absolutely necessary. You could argue, oh, you want to make it absolutely realistic. But if you want something that's completely realistic, you don't get a Lego car, you get an actual die-cast model that has all the proper angles and stuff. I don't like this gap here and these technic holes here that are left exposed. I'm pretty sure the real car does not have holes like these, so that's a little bit disappointing. If they just added like a few more pieces, like one piece hanging from down here, another one hanging from down here, and same thing on the other side, that would have made it look so much nicer in my opinion. But on the other hand, it's something that's easy enough to modify. Just add a few pieces from your own collection here and here, and I think that will make it look better. These pieces are minifigure accessories. You can see here the hand, like a minifigure can hold this in her hand, like so. So we're using this minifigure piece here for the exhaust, which is nice part usage, but on the other hand, it falls off very quickly. So I don't know if it's just my copy or this happens to everybody. Like I just touch this and it falls off immediately. We have the cleavers here, or the axes, which are recolored here in black to provide more finer detail, so that's nice to get. Another nice part usage. Again, there's supposed to be a black sticker here and a red sticker here to make it look more realistic, but I think this looks close enough. I do like the shaping here, this W shape that they have here done from the top. Basically, there's parts of it that are attached here at this kind of angle, which is pretty cool. It's fun to figure this out without the instructions, just looking at it from the 3D view. And then there's this, so this part of the W, the black part of the W gets attached in the middle, and the sides of the W get attached here at the corner, so it's not actually one big thing, but actually 3 separate structures that just happen to touch here. That's a pretty interesting build. I liked putting this part together. Here, this part in the middle was also fun to put together with the different angles and the gold and the black. It's really nice. And then here at the bottom, I like seeing these transparent blue pieces. It really makes it feel like the car is from the future. And I felt that way like right as I was opening the first bag. So yeah, getting like an entire brick in transparent blue is not something we see often in Speed Champions. And all the decorations that you see here are prints, because I did not use any of the stickers. So this is a print, the Lamborghini logo, very nice to get. This is a print, surprisingly, like we get like some small prints here, so that's some nice detail. And we do get prints here, and of course the wheels are very nicely printed, and the golden color of these wheels reminds me of some Ninjago vehicles from the recent past. So yeah, overall I think it's a successful model. It does have some flaws, like here, these parts fall off very, very easily. I don't think I got this wrong. I don't think there's something else that secures these in place. Maybe it's my pieces specifically that are not done well, or it's just a general problem, and you have to learn. If you're playing with this as a kid, you're going to want to take these off, or just learn to be very careful back here. Because yeah, you can play with this, it's very low to the ground, but you're not going to be able to be very rough with it, and that's to be expected. I did show the minifigure earlier, but I forgot to mention that she does have a wrench accessory and a helmet. The helmet is a standard Lego helmet that's been around for decades, and here's what she looks like with that helmet on. It's a good idea to wear a helmet before driving in the car. So let's see how the minifigure fits in the vehicle. And actually, like, she's gonna sit very low down because of the design of this particular vehicle. Oh, so this actually flips up when it's entirely removable. Let's put the minifigure down here. And then close this. Okay, yeah, so the minifigure fits, but you need to do some work to actually get them in there. And this is what the minifigure looks like in there up close. Not a realistic angle, so hopefully there's some kind of screen or something so that she drives safe. And here's what it looks like from the front. Yeah, very, very weird angle, and of course minifigure bodies are not like human bodies, so it appears even more comical in this case. So yeah, there's the minifigure. The wrench here has a dual function besides just being an accessory for the minifigure, and it's to remove these covers if you ever want to replace them with something else in the future or use them in another custom creation, because without this it's actually pretty hard to pry them out with just a finger. So yeah, here's a look at the model without the stickers, and I don't know how many reviewers actually show you this without the stickers. So here it is from the top, from the side, from the bottom. There's never going to be any stickers at the bottom, and while I'm here at the bottom, you can see here the minifigure, and I don't like this gap. I feel like if it was in the minifigure's shoes and driving this car, I would hate to have like a gap right here in the middle, with like anything from the road that could hit me, so I would prefer if they were able to completely close this off. I don't know exactly what they could do to solve it, but my guess would be like using one big flat piece here instead of 2 pieces. That would be my guess on how to fix this particular problem. There's not too many unwanted colors here that you don't want to see. All the colors are proper, so you have the olive green and the black primarily used. You have some blue here and some blue in the transparent bits, which are barely visible from the top, but much more so from the bottom. So actually you can see them a bit here through the gaps. So, and the red of course in the rear. So yeah, the color scheme is good. Yeah, another look from the rear from all angles. So yeah, I do like this model. I do not like the stickers. So now let's do a size comparison with other recent vehicles that I've reviewed. So I've surrounded the Lambo with a bunch of vehicles that I've reviewed all recently, and I built all of these models without the instructions. And you can see the relative size comparison between all of them. So first of all, we have here the LEGO Dreams Mr. Oz's car, which gets turned into a space shuttle. So this is part of a fantasy LEGO series. It's not entirely realistic, but you can see in terms of the overall dimensions, it's about the same size, although it's a bit shorter and it has a lot more visible studs, but it's about the same scale. And inside this also fits one figure only, just like this one. So again, this is 8 studs wide, just like the Speed Champions. We have here this tiny little classic space model from 1980, and you could see the big difference between LEGO sets back then and today. Back then it was so much simpler and also so much cheaper. So that's why, like, if you're a child, you remember playing with Lego cars, they were about this size, and even more recently, a standard Lego car would be around this size, and this is actually a Lego go-kart. So this is what you would get for a polybag or $10 set. You get like 1 or 2 of these, and you can see here the very big size difference. So both of these are minifigure scale or minifigure compatible. You can see the car is much larger than the go-kart, and that actually corresponds to real life. So far so good. Here's a standard Lego city car from a few years ago. This one's from 2021 actually, but every few years Lego makes a car pretty much exactly like this, but with different colors and slightly different designs. But overall, this is the general size of it, and the old Speed Champions cars used to be 6 studs wide like this. So you can see here, again, this one fits 1 figure, same as this, but you can see a clear size difference, not just in width, but also in length. And there's a lot more detail in the Speed Champions version, a lot more detail. And finally, here's a comparison with the tractor of the Lego delivery truck. This is one of my favorite builds ever. And we can see here, it's roughly comparable. Maybe this one is a little bit larger than it should be compared to the truck, or the truck is a little bit small. The truck actually fits 2 minifigures side by side. And I believe it's 10 wide. Well, let's count. This is 4, 6, 8. It's actually 8 wide. It's the same width as the car, but it's a lot larger, so it appears bigger. So yeah, here's another look from a different angle, all these vehicles. Yeah, so another very fine vehicle to add to my collection. Now, when it comes to price and value, this set, and you get this one, this is sold separately from everything else, just to be clear. This one costs $27 US or $35 Canadian. Compared to, this one costs just a little bit more, but it comes with so much more stuff to turn it into a rocket space thingy. This one costs like $1 or $2 back in its time. You can get 2 of these go-karts for $10 US or 14 Canadian. This one, I believe, sold for $15 back when it was on sale in its regular retail price. And you got this plus an entire trailer full of Lego, including printed pieces, for $100 US or 130 Canadian. So all of these deals that I mentioned feel like a better deal to me than this. This one, I remember when these cars, the Speed Champions cars, when they were at this size, they were selling them for $15 US or $20 Canadian. And then they increased the size of them, and yeah, the price also went up. And for a while, they were being sold at 20 US, 25 Canadian, which I think is fine. If this was 25, I would not be complaining. And then it went up to 25 US, 30 Canadian last year, or in late 2022, and they did that big price increase, and that I did not agree with. I prefer the older price, but I could understand it. I'm like, okay, $30 or $29.99, like it's still like under the $30 price point in Canada, so I don't like it, but I can live with that. But now they added a couple dollars in the US and $5 here, so it's now 35 Canadian to get this car. So I can feel the increase in price, but I don't feel the increase in value. And especially if you're going to ask me to apply all these stickers and they're not even cut properly. You see here that they're not perfectly centered. So if this was $35 Canadian print only, everything printed, I would accept it. I would swallow the price. I'm like, okay, cool. Yes, it's expensive, but you get all these prints, and it's nice to get these prints. But because you're asking us to apply all these stickers, I just cannot justify this price. So if you want this car, and you really want to get it, you cannot live without it, then I guess you have no choice. You have to go get it now. But if you're interested, not that much, I would say wait for a discount. Wait for 20%, 25% off. Amazon usually does these discounts from time to time, maybe during Prime Day or something like that. And Lego also discounts things during Prime Day as well. Or at the very least, get it with double VIP points, so you get a bit more bang for your buck. Or get it when there's a very good gift with purchase, so when you buy this thing, you also get an additional gift on top of this regular car. But the regular retail price, I cannot recommend it. Sure, it's a beautiful car, these printed pieces are awesome, but you have like some gapping here and tons of stickers to apply, so I don't think it's worth the retail price. So because this is an olive green car and the Natural History Museum is also olive green, I wanted to put the two together to see how well they would look, and the results do not disappoint. This car looks like it might have come with a museum, like they used to do in the old modular building days when they would include a vehicle with each one. Sadly, they don't seem to do that anymore. But this car really matches the color. Of course, it's the same color, but the aesthetic matches a little bit as well. The museum is classic. This one is futuristic, and I like that contrast. Here's another look from a different angle. Yeah, you see, like, it's a totally natural thing in the Lego universe to have these Speed Champions cars go in the modular Lego city, and actually that's canon. That is proven. So this particular combination, I think, works really well. Yeah, just imagine like lots of Speed Champions cars going past this museum. It's really nice to see. So I guess if you have the museum already, and you want to get a car that matches the museum in terms of its looks, you don't have too many Speed Champions cars in olive green. I believe this is the first one. So yeah, get it if you really want it for that price, but wait for a discount, I would say. If you're not itching to get your hands on this, wait for a 20% off or 25% off discount, and you'll feel a lot better making this purchase. And it also sends the message to Lego that, hey, we're happy to pay premium prices for your products, but don't overcharge us and don't give us terrible sticker sheets. That's the message that I want to send, at least. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. and thank you so much for tuning into Versatile Fun Designs. Oh, and by the way, if you have not seen me build this giant museum without the instructions, I'll put a link in this corner so you can go see that. That was a fun build to do in 2 parts. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.